it's quite interesting for me. I think we strive to find perfect harmonies in our lives, never really totally getting there, but it's important to try.
Are we a fantasy swimming in theocracy? We are far from holy, the wholeness of one. Repeat after me. We lost.
I don't know, but I've had a dream. Years ago, I was on tour, I remember, and I had this really amazing dream that I still remember, where it was kind of like the Mount of Olympus, I guess, but at every stage, at every step of the mountain, as you go up, there was some type of animal falling down by twos. Just like very weird, and it was the bigger animals. It was smaller animals at first, and then as it went up and up, it became the bigger animals. And at the top of the hill, there were these two magnificent giant elephants being tended to by two human beings on each side. It was one of the most profound dreams that I've ever had, but I don't know if the message is very positive for living things, but anyway, the video and the whole idea of what you just said made me think of that. To me, music is an exploratory art form, an intuitive art form. It shouldn't be so taken so logically, and it shouldn't be framed within definitions. It shouldn't be genreized so discriminately as we generally do in the business. So, to me, music is a way of presenting truths, personal truths, international humanitarian truths, or even just for entertainment purposes is fine too. But it shouldn't be defined, And so I don't see, it depends on how you define failure or success, I guess. To me, as long as I'm doing the music that's coming to me from the universe, and I'm presenting it in a creative and quality way, and I'm speaking my truths while doing so, it's a success. And yeah, that's how I've always looked at music, though. How would I be able to express myself in a country where obviously there's huge punitive, results? Underground, maybe? It makes me think of all the artists in different parts of the world, that are starting to, come out, and there's rock bands in Iraq, there's rock bands in Iran, that places, there's places where it's frowned upon or maybe even lethal to have some type of protest music or music in general. I don't know how I would handle it, I've always written poetry too, so I think that might be my first way of doing it. But I think all of that comes out, you look at countries like the Czech Republic, that were under domination for a while, and all of their poets and writers are really well regarded now because they stood for something. You look at Ireland, you go to a museum and you see all of their poets because they've been fighting for so long, and it's their form of protest, and they're well regarded because that's what they did. It's never easy to be against, subjugation. It's never easy to fight subjugation or occupation, and it's also in the free world, it's never easy to fight public opinion, even when it's wrong.
We love each other, democracy, execute them, cut me for me, take them by their filthy nostrils, put them up in doggy hostels. We don't need your hypocrisy, execute real democracy, post-industrial society, the unthinking majority.
I don't think people in politics change anything. I think it's the people that change things. And people in politics are always unfortunately under the precondition of having to negotiate the truth. Whereas as an artist, I never have to deal with that precondition. I'm thinking, to me it has a lot to do with thoughts of post-civilized world. Where do we go now? If I'm in Southern California or Arizona or Nevada and there's no rainfall, which it's negligible or rare, then where am I getting my water from? And what would happen if there was an earthquake and I can't get the water from there? Where should I go so that there's water and food on the planet? Like basic thought. But something that we should start paying attention to. Everybody knows that you cradle the sun, living in remorse, sky is over. I've read a lot about near-death experiences, people that have flatlined and died, their heart stopped, their mind activity stopped, and they've gone for a while and then come back. So there's this organization that went and interviewed thousands and thousands of these cases. What did you see? Where did you go? What did you feel? Etc. And amazingly, they had a lot of commonality in their stories. There's always the tunnel or the escalator or the sky opening up, and there's always a light to admit them to another place. That was one commonality. There was always the issue of being met with familiar and loving, non-judgmental entities. There was one of the things I remember from it actually is the ability to hear unlimited harmonies and the ability to gain unlimited knowledge within a millisecond, and the ability to decide what you want to do next. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, according to Einstein. And I believe in that. I think it just changes forms, and I think we are all connected, through our being alone. And everything around us, living and non-living, has an energy, and we're connected in that way. The ancient Hawaiians, the kahunas, they're witch doctors, if you want to call them, or shamans as they are known, used to believe that every thought pattern has a web-like invisible substance that connects to the target of your thought. And there's energy that goes back and forth with that. And so, even our thoughts, even thinking of someone, which makes porn kind of weird. But anyway, sorry, getting out there. I got to throw something funny in, even when no one laughs. So even our thought patterns contain energy. Yeah. Well, I like Frank Zappa, and I think it's a huge compliment. I think he's a very amazing, artist, and I like his exploratory music. He's a phenomenal guitar player, which I've noticed, and very funny guy and very astute politically and socially. But he's him and I'm me. I don't wanna see you go. The sky is over, even though we can't afford the sky is over. Sky is over us.